Alrighty, folks, the concierge of small business lending is back. We have been doing this series about 3, possibly 4 months, and I just got to ask, Bo, A, are you having fun? B, how are the one rental at a time fans? And C, what's happened since you've been doing this 4 or 5 months? So tell us what's going on.
It's amazing. I think everybody, the one thing I noticed is one rental at a time. Most of the people that I have calls with are very established. They're not like fly by night people. They're a lot of the people I talk to, they own at least 3 or 4 rental properties. They have, make a couple $100,000 a year at W-2. I mean, not everybody, but in general.
Yeah.
So the level of people that are scheduling calls is amazing. And it's exciting to see. We've got people that are getting ready to retire from their W-2 job, very high level people where they have 7 figures stashed away, but they're not done.
Right.
And owning a business would be good. So that's
Okay.
an interesting one. I don't know where it's going yet, but those are the level of people, right? So we have somebody like that. We have somebody that has 30 grand to their name and we're making an acquisition of a franchise happen, right? So you don't have to have a ton of money. If there's a will and there's a way. Now I'm going to put a disclaimer in, is that you have to put in the work. There's no guarantees in life. Like there's no guarantees. It's you when you're going through the SBA process too, I want you to put the projections together. Like figure out how many sales are we going to get month 1, month 2, month 3. This is all very important things to do as you're discovering. When you want to buy this business, put in the time to really think about the numbers. Just like when you're doing your spreadsheet for a rental property or a fix and flip. How many times have we bought a property to flip and we eyeballed the construction budget and we were 50 grand off, right? Like, this is serious business and take it serious. But if you are passionate about buying a business, I will help you. And even if you're not quite there, even if you don't have $30,000, I'm going to give you a plan to build.
I am beyond, I don't know, impressed, whatever the right word is, with the one rental at a time following your family that we've built over 5 years. I use this analogy. It's a sports analogy. But when you're an educator, when you're out in the YouTube landscape, there's really 3 audiences. There's one audience that is, drunk in the parking lot, partying, naysayers, just speaking nonsense. Then there are people that are paid, their tickets to get in the arena. And then there are the people on the field. And I don't know, lucky, fortunate to be focused on the folks in the stadium. And it's great to hear that resonates and you're seeing that as well, because again, they're interested, they're doing the work. There are no promises, consistency, effort. And then you and their effort, they can get on the field, right? You are that linchpin, the concierge of small business loans. So it's fun to see. I'm so happy you're here. I'm glad that there's a connection going. So that's fun to see.
Yeah, we had another call a few days ago, and gentleman was interested in buying a laundromat, and he's a one rental at a time devoted follower. And I said, well, I started giving him my spiel, like, listen, like, why a laundromat? I understand it could be a good business for some, right? But I said, let's explore. So he was open when I told him, hey, let's explore franchises. I don't care if you end up buying one or not buying one, but I want you to go through the process because you're going to learn about the different business models, and knowing how things work internally will help you no matter what. And that's, I tell everybody the same thing. Just go through the process, because you don't know what you don't know, and look at business models, right? Before you can identify what you really want, is understand how these operate. Like it could be, like a junk hauling franchise business. And you're like, I don't want to own a junk hauling business. But if you actually think of like what you're going to be doing in that, maybe you would want to do that, and what the revenue potential is. So that's what I offer. I'm not pushy. You do what you want, but I want to be a sounding board for you and to help. But yeah, the one rental at a time, like, I can't believe it's such a difference. The loyal followers you get. And I have a podcast too. And I tell you what, the people that book for my podcast are way different. Like, so there's a definite difference, because I think every day you put out valuable content, and it's like a show,
Mm-hmm.
versus where on my podcast I was like just answering specific questions. So it's a different, and the caliber of people, I'm literally impressed, and I'm blessed that I have the opportunity to be here to share my message on your platform. And because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, my goal is to help people create financial freedom any way I
Yeah.
can. I've been helping people all my life through financing real estate, and now my passion lies in the business realm. So the more
Mm-hmm.
people I can help start a business. A year and a half ago, I helped a guy buy a commercial building, and he started a car dealership that he only sells electric vehicles. And then he came back to me, and he needed to finance the cars now. And I didn't even get paid for helping him. And he just got a $500,000 line of credit with this lender I put him in contact with. He said, "Oh, did you get paid?" I said, "No, I didn't get paid." He's like, "All right, let me make it up to you." I said, "No, don't worry about it. It was
Yeah.
my gift to you. It's
Yeah.
karma. It's karma."
It's
And just being
karma.
a resource for people is important, and giving people like the reality of it. And that's what I appreciate about you. Um, and it's funny, we both lived in the Bay Area. Now we're in Vegas. But the funny thing is I met you in Virginia when we were
Yeah,
at Jim
exactly.
Ingersoll's event. Like, what? It's a
Yeah.
small world how everybody gets intertwined.
It's
And
so hilarious. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
Two Bay Area guys meet in Virginia for the first time. Shout out Jim Ingersoll. Jim Ingersoll actually is in my second book, 15 Conversations with Real Estate Millionaires. So he is a great guy. I love Jim and love what he's doing. So it sounds like what I'm hearing from you, Bo, is your half hour with me each week is working. We're helping people, we're answering questions, and we could be on the cusp of changing some people's lives, is what I'm hearing you say.
yes, totally. And my
I'm down
plan
for
is
that.
to do some deep dives on case studies and show like how the financing gets structured with like PowerPoint. So I think that'd be useful, and we'll share it
Yeah.
with your community. I'll put that all together because yeah, the more I could be a resource, the better. And really on the lending forefront for SBA, what I do well is help you navigate to the right bank, because each bank will be different. Like Huntington
Yeah.
Bank, for example, for a startup, they'll only do 70% loan to cost. Where I could take it to a small community bank and they might do 90% of total project cost. So there's a difference, and I just help facilitate that process.
Yeah.
And so I'm just here to help more, and
Yeah.
constantly grow, constantly
Yeah,
learn.
at the end of the day, I call you the concierge of small business loans because you're just like every good concierge at hotels. You listen to what the guest or potential business buyer wants, and you have built up a track record, relationships to take people different directions. Too many people in the lending game have one bank, one contact. And I'm sorry, that's just not how the world works, right? Not all holes are round. Sometimes they're square and rectangle, and sometimes they're all kinds of different shapes. So that's why you're here. You are the concierge of small business loans. If somebody wanted a 15-minute call, how do they do it?
BoEckstein.biz. You'll see one run all the time. Please schedule a call. I'm happy to meet you and love to talk. I just get to know you. And usually my 15-minute calls end up being 45 sometimes, but I got to limit them because I am
Yeah,
stay pretty busy on the phone all day, but
there you
love to
go.
meet
Well,
you.
there you go, Bo. Thank you for being here. We'll talk next week.
Thank you.